Welcome back to the show, everybody. We got a great video lined up for you today. Jamaica Central Bank digital currencies. We got U.S. retailers and a staggering percentage for crypto. And Ripple and Stellar, Charles Schwab, Fidelity, Citadel Securities, Gary Gensler's impression of the Responsible Financial Act from Senator Loomis and Gillibrand. You're going to want it. And Senate Banking Committee and the former Ripple advisor. What do we got there? Somebody roll that beautiful intro.
Digital Perspectives with Brad Kimes. Come on in.
Welcome back to the show, everybody. Take a look at this. We are looking at right now a crypto market cap of $1.297 trillion right now. It is June 9, 2022. Good morning, everybody. Bitcoin coming in at 30,200 plus. Ethereum at 1,800 plus. XRP is at 39 cents this morning. We see right now we're ranging in a very tight range of 40 cents on the bottom and 49.5 on the top. We will keep an eye on that as we move forward today. No doubt about it. That is real tight. Take a look at this. This is Masterworks, ladies and gentlemen. I tell you, I've been a fan of art since I was a kid. And I tell you this because there are so many incredible opportunities with Masterworks.io. Link underneath the video, all the videos, in fact. But I tell you, you can get returns that are above the S&P 500. It's remarkable, the returns. Now, nothing's guaranteed in this world, but in the high risk environment of investing in crypto, this is one of the diversifications I love taking part in because it has such great returns in general, right? Again, nothing's guaranteed, but you're talking about 20+% returns to 15, 10, 11%, still outperforming the S&P all around. And I have a high risk appetite for crypto, as you all know. So I love diversifying with Masterworks. Take a look at this. Jamaica Central Bank has officially recognized JAMDEX, what a cool name, central bank digital currency, as legal tender, becoming the first country to do so. Now, this is interesting because we're going to see what happens when you have a central bank digital currency that is, in fact, in retail on the front end as well. And this, speaking of retail, how about retailers? United States retailers plan to accept crypto or stablecoin payments within the next 2 years. 3/4 of them, 75%. This is from Deloitte, one of the top 4 accounting consulting firms in the world, actually. Pretty remarkable number right there. And I covered this morning in this morning's video, and I highly encourage you to check this out in the first video. Ripple and Stellar helped to launch UADC stablecoin for Novati Group, which is a Ripple and Stellar partner. And we know that this is exciting because the gentleman from Novati is going to tell you he equates the AUDC as the same as the USDC coin. And you're going to want to see this. We're going to roll a video for you. And again, I know I played it, but this news cannot be overstated. It is massive, massive, massive news that is happening. And this tells me that Ripple and Stellar, I believe this is clear evidence that they are the backbone of the new financial system. Not financial advice, but this is the video you're going to hear right here of the gentleman from Novati telling you exactly what's going on in all of Australia. We're going to take a listen to this video, and I think it's better when you hear them say it.
Been able to announce partnerships with both Stellar and Ripple, 2 of the major cross-border blockchain networks,
Boom.
Both based out of Silicon Valley and both with very high market capitalizations relatively. Ripple we've done a lot of work with in the past for cross-border payments, and Stellar we had started on a blockchain program with them a number of years ago, but now we're really bringing it to life. So we're building a multi-chain stablecoin service, initially on both the Ripple and Stellar chains. And in fact, what's a great thing is both Ripple and Stellar are largely funding the development work and even some of the marketing work that we do to get our stablecoin service out. So the stablecoin will be a dollar for dollar backed Australian dollar stablecoin. So we are a licensed company. We will be running our funds in trust accounts, And then we've got an Australian dollar stablecoin named AUDC, somewhat in line with the nomenclature of the US stablecoin USDC.
How about that? That cannot be overstated, ladies and gentlemen. That's massive news. And here's some other great news coming into the fray here. And it's Charles Schwab, Fidelity, Virtue Financial, along with hedge fund giant Citadel Securities. Here's that big money we've all been waiting for, working on a new platform to increase public access to cryptocurrencies. This is what they said. It says right here, Charles Schwab has made a minority passive strategic investment in a new digital asset venture. We know there is significant interest in this cryptocurrency space, and we will look into invest in firms, technologies working to offer access with a strong regulatory focus in a secure environment. Fidelity, whose head of global macro, Jaron Timmer, recently provided a bullish long-term forecast for Bitcoin, launches plans for crypto 401k retirement plans this year. Fidelity Digital Assets President Tom Jessup said the firm has a macro vision that looks beyond the crypto market's recent downturn. They said they're not focused on days or weeks or months even. They're looking at years and decades when it comes to this. Late last year, Citadel CEO Ken Griffin said the regulatory uncertainty was keeping him and the $35 billion firm out of crypto. He said, I would trade it because it would meet the needs of our online brokerage partners who want to have a tier one firm making prices. We provide a great service every day and every minute of every day, and they want us to provide pricing in crypto. Here comes the money. The money is coming in. I just don't want to take on the regulatory risk in this regulatory void that some of the contemporaries are willing to take on. And that really is pointing all of this, I believe, to where we're headed with the bill that's just been introduced, right? So let's get to this. This is a thread that was between Jake Travinsky, who blocked me, as well as almost everyone else on crypto Twitter. This is great news and sends a clear message to Gary Gensler that ultimately he will lose this war, says John Deaton. Thrilled to see Grayscale and Sonation go on the offensive. And basically what it is here is a tweet that someone screenshotted from Travinsky. Strong move on Grayscale means business. And it says SEC's deadline to approve or deny the application to convert Grayscale BTC to an ETF is July 6th. So just about a month from now. No doubt it should be approved. I don't see how the SEC survives a legal challenge if not, especially one led by Don Varelli, which is a person and a lawyer who has, I think it was over 50 cases he has put on in front of the Supreme Court. They went heavy when they got Don. There's no doubt about it. And take a look at this. This is linked to, ladies and gentlemen. You know they're running specials all the time. You better check that link underneath this video. And by the way, if you have joined Link to by me, you better click that link anyway, because there's deals and specials that will all be put back to you, even if you've been a member for a long time. Make sure you click that link. Congrats on the progress with the Responsible Financial Act. To Senator Loomis, says Ray Fuentes with mucho love. Love you mucho, that's what it is. And then the Link to family, XRP community supports you 100%. I'm not sure yet. I think, a lot of people are excited about it, and I think it could be very good for the space. There are a lot of really good things inside this bill. I kid you not. I've gone through it thoroughly. But I haven't seen Brad Garlinghouse or Ripple come out and endorse this bill 100%. I haven't seen it. And I'm a little shocked that I haven't seen it. And there's a couple parts in this bill that feels just as vague as the SEC's approach to crypto. And it's just a couple lines in there. And we know that J.W. Verrett, former SEC advisor, has pointed that out as well. So we'll keep an eye on where this goes. It doesn't mean you throw the baby out with the bathwater, right? There's a lot of good elements in this bill. Looking at this, Gary Gensler, says J.W. Verrett, was asked about his impression of the Loomis Bill today. This was yesterday. He says most of the tokens, thousands of tokens, are securities. See, this is the problem still. It's all in the eye of the beholder. It's not what's in the bill. It's who's going to interpret it. If it's Gary Gensler, I believe there's enough room in that bill for Gary Gensler to take the same exact approach that he's taking today. He goes on to say, Gary Gensler says all crypto exchanges are operating outside the law. He also says he's willing to use exemptive authority. He also said the crypto exchanges need to work with the SEC on exemptions so they can register, because existing stock exchanges are already working with the SEC on crypto listing projects. So this is the stuff that we really need to get. Now we need to get clarity on the bill as well as crypto, right? It never ends. But we got clarity here, ladies and gentlemen. I'll tell you this. You're looking at Michael S. Barr right there. And the Senate Banking Committee has just greenlighted Michael S. Barr as the top Fed regulator. Come on in. You better believe it. Now, I want to tie some things in for you right here. And that's Elizabeth Warren who was talking to him in that picture right there. Now, let's take a look. After blocking the Biden administration's first pick for vice chair for supervision, 5 Republicans on the committee voted to approve Barr, clearing his path to confirmation. So there you have it. But let's get into this for a second. There he is, and congratulations, Michael. And knowing he is a former advisor to Ripple, I believe we've got the guy with the right amount of knowledge and background and the right moment of time to introduce and help craft the regulations and rules that need to be in place to introduce this new digital financial system that is the fourth industrial revolution. Barr played a key role in creating DoddFrank Act. You remember that, right? That is where FSOC came from. Michael Barr was one of the main authors of the Dodd-Frank Act. It's important to understand that because Dodd-Frank Act brought us a couple things. It brought us the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. Check this out. So the guy who helped author the Dodd-Frank Act, which also created the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, very key to understand this, back in July of 2020 or 2021, the CFPB, for which Michael S. Barr helped create, acknowledged that SWIFT's GPI, Global Payment Innovation, and virtual currency XRP and Ripple Company, a non-bank institution, can help to help to expedite and create transparency through cross-border payments for banks and credit unions. And this was amended by the CFPB, so it's already clear to them what XRP is, a proprietary virtual currency, as it said here. That is impressive. And now Michael Barr has got the green light to be the vice president chair at the Federal Reserve, making recommendations to Lael Brainerd, Jerome Powell, right? And then we look here. He also was the main author of the Dodd-Frank Act. So what does that mean? He helped create the Dodd-Frank Act, which brought us the ability for the Dodd-Frank Act to deem non-bank financial institutions systemically important, like these entities right here. So the guy that helped crafted the rule to create the CFPB that has already cleared Ripple and the virtual currency XRP has also been a part of creating FSOC through the Dodd-Frank Act, which helps to create systemically important designations from non-bank institutions. These are non-bank institutions that are systemically important. And I have a feeling we could also see RippleNet probably fall in that designation. Let's keep our eyes open. You know, on cryptocurrency, Michael S. Barr said the technology some potential upside, but for the stable coins in particular could pose financial stability risk. This is the language and the understanding of what stable coins and crypto, really the impact of them can be. And this is the kind of verbiage that has to be understood and used to be able to activate FSOC. Let's take a look at this. Toomey also criticized Barr's role in helping to create the Financial Protection Bureau. I just wanted to show you that. And I also want to show you this right here. And this is Barr's position that the Fed would allow him to develop policy and recommendations, supervision, and regulation for other board members, including governors Michelle Bowman, Christopher Waller, Lisa Cook, Philip Jefferson, Vice Chair Leo Brainerd, and Chair Powell. That is what we're talking about, ladies and gentlemen. And we're talking about the same thing that went on here with Elizabeth Warren in the Committee on Banking, Housing, and Urban Affairs when she absolutely chastised the Under Treasury Secretary about not taking action in FSOC on stable coins. And now we got Michael S. Barr there. Take a listen here.
Stable coins and applying the appropriate regulations to reduce run risk and the potential for them to scale up quickly.
So are you, just let me remind you what my question is. Do they pose the threat of becoming a systemic risk?
Of becoming a systemic risk, yes.
Yes, they do.
There it is right there. Now let's take a little listen further down the road here when she really starts to drill it home. Take a listen.
Regulators, I'm asking about FSOC because I don't want monitoring to be a way to just avoid doing your job. In your testimony before the House Financial Services last week, you